Coming into mountain pose. Hey! All right. Just in time. So we're going to breathe here in mountain pose at the center of the mat. We're going to make sure, if you just joined us, that you have your strap nearby, a block, and that your knees are going to be padded when they are down. And let's breathe. Settle the breath. And then just allow your breaths to become longer and deeper, kind of making it even between the inhale and the exhale. Now we'll deepen that a little more. Let's make sure that the feet are nice and grounded here. So all four corners of the feet in good contact with the earth. Turn your palms up, and as you inhale, draw your palms up through the center of your body. Try not to hike your shoulders up. Palms up, arms overhead. Flip your palms up toward the sky, and with long arms, exhale down. So we inhale, drawing energy up from the earth with a nice long spine. Keep the shoulders down. Flip the palms and exhale, release. Inhale, palms up through the center of the body. Flip, long arms, release. And one more time, inhale. Flip, release. Good, and take a couple of breaths here. All right, and now let's just loosen things up a little bit. Just move around a bit. And we'll get ready for our spinal series. So with the feet comfortably hip-width distance apart, we have long arms tonight, arms out. And as you round forward into your cat, fingertips touch, and as you arch back into the cow, without throwing the head back, the arms are still long. So we're getting a good opening for the shoulders here too. Fingertips forward, arms open and back. And the next time your fingertips touch in front of you, bring your palms together, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, fingertips up through center. Exhale, hands down by your side, and find mountain pose here. Inhale and exhale. All right, so since it's a weekday and it's in the evening, we're going to do a little extra shoulder opening. Put your hands on your hips here for a standing camel. Your elbows start to head toward each other. Your heart shines up. Remember, we're never throwing the head back. And release. You can keep your hands right where they are and do that one more time. Standing camel. Just to open up the shoulders. Oh yeah, and release, shake things out. All right. So we're going to take the body tilting side to side. Let's make sure the feet are grounded. Think about big toe mound in contact with the earth. Outer heel, contact. Inner heel, contact. And the little toe mound in contact. That's square, all four corners of the feet. They're staying right there, arms up, right wrist in the left hand, and tilt to the left. Feet haven't moved. Come on back up, left wrist in the right hand. We tilt to the right. So remember, we're starting out, right? We're getting the body used to these movements. And over, just going side to side. And start just taking this at your own pace, feeling yourself going side to side. Where is it that you should go with this right now? It could go a little deeper with each time. It could stay in the same place. And it doesn't matter which way anybody else is going. You're taking this at your own pace. And the next time you come over to the left, just stay there. And then release both arms and press your left fingertips away. And then come on back up and do the same thing to the right. We've got the left wrist in the right hand. We tilt, extend, press away with the right fingertips. Inhale the arms up, and with soft knees and hips, just let the arms go back and up, back and up. Just a nice release here. One more. Up and shake it out. All right, so now we're going to move the spine in the other two directions that it goes, twisting right and left. Take your feet wider than hip width distance. The toes are slightly turned out. The knees and hips are soft. And we reach to the left, reach to the right. Reach and reach. Does your heel want to lift? Let it lift. Reach and reach. Reach and reach. Now the arms can start to head more toward the earth. As far down as you want to go, only as far as you want to go. Reach and reach. Reach and reach. Now start taking it back up. Come through center and start reaching up toward the sky, a little at a time. Reach and reach, reach and reach. All right, and the next time you reach to the left, just hold here. And then reach to the right and hold, just finishing things off here. And come back to center. Heel toe your feet, come back to mountain pose. And breathe. All right, let's come to the top of the mat. Have the strap nearby. We'll do a little Supta Hasta Padangusthasana. Okay, so we've got the strap. We've got the feet hip width distance at the top of the mat. And we breathe. So think about how your energy is moving right now. Float your arms up, inhale, exhale, swan dive over hip creases. Hands to the thighs, hips back, shine your heart forward, inhale. Exhale, sink the hips down, hands to the mat, step back to down dog here. And let's move around in the dog a bit, bending one knee and then the other. Press one heel down and hold. Press the other heel down and hold. Press both heels down and hold. Bring two knees down and sit off to the side, finding a seated mountain pose. So this is a good transitional pose here to come from standing to seated. All right, and let's shake things out. And we have a lot to do, so we will move right to the core, okay? So both pose variations. Let's bend the knees, okay? 2 feet to the mat. We're going to take the arms forward and take the body back into core engagement, even core challenge here. Inhale and exhale. All right, so from here, take your arms out to the side and forward and up and forward. Okay, and sit up. So that's one way. You could stay that way the whole time. We're going to take it back now. And this time, as your arms come out, raise your right leg. Tap the right toes down, arms overhead, raise your right leg. Tap the right toes down, out, left leg, tap, arms overhead, tap, and release. All right, so that's 2 ways of doing it. We're going to go right to left 4 times. Let's take it back. Here we go. Right and tap, up and tap, left and tap, up and tap, to the right, tap, up and tap, to the left, tap, up and tap, to the right, tap, up and tap, to the left, tap, up and tap. One more each side, tap, up and tap. It's right, tap and up and tap. Oh, release. Okay, so just for fun, we're going to try it with 2 legs, and then you can decide if you want to go back to alternating or if you want to do with 2 legs. So here we go, 2 feet to the mat, arms are forward, take it back, your core is engaged, take it out, tap, up and tap. Okay, release. If that worked for you, we're going to do that 4 times. If not, go back to right tap, left tap. Ready? Here we go. Take it back, take it up, tap, overhead and tap, and 2. Tap, up and tap. This is 3. Tap, up and tap. It's 4. Up and woo, release. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we did boat. We moved around a lot in it. So let's just go ahead and go into boat and hold it. That'll be our grand finale for this one. So hold on to the backs of your legs. Engage your core with a long spine. Right leg up, left leg up, arms out. We're holding boat. 3, 2, 1, release. Okay, all right. So you worked on boat a lot in January, and you probably, I hope, feeling great results for your core with that. So let's take a few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. We'll get to the obliques in a little bit. For now, we are going to take care of the hips. So grab your strap. So if you haven't seen Supta Hasta Padangusthasana before, which I think you all have, I'll show you real quick. We're going to be down, foot in the strap, right? And then we take the leg out to the side, out to the other side, okay? Yep, that's the Supta Hasta. Supta means we're doing it laying on our back. All right, so let's go, everybody. You're on your back. Bring your right knee in, put the strap around the ball of your right foot and extend your leg straight up. The right foot is flexed. Now at this point, some people's left legs will want to start to straighten. Others will want to keep a bent knee. You decide what's best for your back right now. Breathe into your right hamstring. Without tugging, we're just sending a breath. Now take both ends of the strap in your right hand. Take your left arm out from your shoulder and let that right leg come over to the right. We want the left shoulder and left hip to stay on the mat. So just use your right arm to brace you so that your leg doesn't try and come all the way down and twist your body. The leg is only as far down as it can be with the left hip and left shoulder on the mat. All right, now we're going to use the leg and not the strap to bring the leg back up to center. See, we could easily tug, but that's not what we're doing. The leg is moving, the strap just goes for the ride. Both ends of the strap in your left hand, right arm out to the right, and that right leg comes just past the belly button. Get that nice stretch. And then let your right leg come over to the left. The right hip will come up, but the right shoulder stays on the mat, and turn your gaze toward your right fingertips. Once again, using the leg, the strap is just along for the ride. Take your right leg up to center, flex your foot, one end of the strap in each hand. Breathe into your hamstring. And bend the knee, bring the foot down. Okay, raise one leg if that worked okay for you and you're good to go. Raise two if you have any questions. All right, let's do it on the left then. We've got the left foot with the strap around the ball of the foot. The left foot is flexed. The right leg straightens as much or as little as it wants to. We're breathing into the hamstring on the left. Take both ends of the strap in your left hand, right arm out to the side, and then start to let that left leg open to the left. Use your left arm to brace it so that your right hip doesn't start to come up. Okay, the right hip stays planted, right shoulder. Come back up to center. Right hand to the strap, left arm out to the side. Left leg comes just past the belly button. And then the left hip lifts this time. Left foot comes as far over as it can with the left shoulder still on the mat. So we haven't done this either, right? Left shoulder is on the mat. Gaze towards your left fingertips. And then draw the left leg up. Remember, the leg is doing the work, not the strap. Go ahead and bend your left knee. Remove the strap. Put that strap off to the side. Let your knees gently open and close. Legs long, arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the knees in. Apanasana here. And rock around. Side to side, a little spinal massage. Let your legs go forward and back a few times. Just release the spine, bring the feet down. Let the knees open and close a few times. Little butterfly wings here. Good, and we're going to come up to kneeling. So we're getting ready for a gate to knee down half moon. Make sure your knees are happy. You've got two knees on the mat. They're under the hips. Your right leg comes out. Okay? Your hips are forward here. So maybe your foot is down, maybe right foot, maybe the right toes are up. There's different positions for the foot. Depends on what feels better to you. Take your right palm face up, resting on your right leg. Take your left arm up by your ear, and we tilt to the right. Let that right hand just slide down the right leg, and come on back up. That's the gate pose. Take it over. We're doing gate. We're transitioning from half moon to full moon. Take it up. We're transitioning from January to February. We're doing gate. Take it over. and up. All right, we're going to take it over now and continue as we come up. Bring the left hand down. We're taking it to half moon. Right hand to the right hip. Right leg lifts. Maybe the right arm comes up. Maybe it goes over the ear. Try and be as light as you can on your left hand. Don't be squished down. All right, let's go back. Gate to half moon 2 more times. Gate to half moon. So the core is holding you up here rather than your left hand. And gate to half moon. All right, bring it back up. Right knee down, left leg out. So either the foot is going to be down, the toes are going to be down toward the mat or up toward the sky, whichever is more comfortable for you. Left palm up, right arm up, and tilt. You don't have to go far at all. You're just feeling where you should be going with this. And up, we're doing gate again. And up, it's a big challenge. Gate again. And up. Now we start gate to half moon. Gate to half moon. And maybe this is your half moon right now. Maybe nothing else changes. Maybe the left arm comes up. Maybe the left leg comes up. Maybe the left arm goes by the ear. You're feeling your way through this, nobody else's. And let's go gate to half moon 2 more times. Just flow in and out. If you're not happy being on your knees, this is standing version. Gate, half moon. Gate, half moon. Okay? And then when you are done, come back to center. If you're standing up, come on back down. We're going to kneel. And we're going to take it to table. Okay? And with the hands, you could also be standing in, instead of in table with your hands on the wall. And we're just going to move the hips around in a circle. Take the hands a little bit far in front of the shoulders here. Make a little circle one direction and the other. And then find your way to child's pose and just rest in child's pose. Okay, we're going to float our way back up to a downward facing dog. Feel the length of the dog. Feel yourself balanced between 2 hands and 2 feet. And just take any journey that you wish, bringing your feet to your hands. Taking a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up as your palms touch. And your hands come heart center. And take a couple of breaths. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so we're going to be moving into our sun salutations, and we'll be starting out with a knee down crescent lunge and then bringing it to lizard on the other side. So let's have the block handy. Okay, you may choose to use the block in lizard. We're going to go over the whole lizard thing, so don't worry if you're thinking, what was that again? All right, or if you haven't done it in a long time. Let's go ahead and find mountain pose here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, we're going to float the arms up. Inhale. remembering that this is your practice. Come into your forward fold, wherever it belongs right now. High, low, anywhere in between. Half lift, shine your heart forward. Sink the hips down, hands down, right leg back. Take a nice lunge here. Move around any way that feels good in your lunge. And then bring your back knee down. We're moving into low crescent lunge. Padding for the knee as desired. And float the hands up. Just a nice low crescent lunge. Front hip flexor. Getting a nice release here. Bring your hands down. Find your way plank. Chaturanga. And let's just start with a little cobra, just a baby cobra, and release. And one more time, baby cobra, and release, finding your way to downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so you're going to take the right leg up and take a big step forward with your right foot. Bring the left knee down. So it feels like we're about to go into low crescent lunge, but instead we're going to have the block nearby. Come on up. Have your right knee over your right ankle. Yes? I turned around to face you. Okay. All right, the left knee is back, and we're going to bring both hands to the mat inside the right foot. Wiggle the right leg out to the right with the right toes facing toward the right. This is a beautiful stretch for the inner thighs, and you could stay right here. You could take your block and rest your forearms on your block. That's why we have the block. You might have the space to put your forearms on the mat. And that's your lizard. So find your lizard. Fingertips, forearms on the block, forearms on the mat. Some people take it way farther than that, but any of those three is going to be a good way to do it for tonight. And then start to work your way back up. Wiggle your right foot back in. Tuck your back toes, lift that back knee, and take a nice big step to the top of your mat. Take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center, and release. Any problems with lizard that we need to talk about before we do it on the other side? All right, we're good. Top of the mat, please. Let's take a breath in mountain pose. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, your swan dive. Always your swan dive, right? Whatever the height is what height you belong at right now. Hands to the thighs, half lift. Sink the hips, hands down, left leg back for the lunge. And we're bringing the left knee down, coming into a low crescent lunge. Hands down, and we're going into plank, chaturanga, and take it down. Okay, lest you thought that was the only thing special we're going to do, no. We're going to come into Sphinx now. So elbows under the shoulders, forearms flat on the mat, toes pointing behind, palms are onto the mat, and shine your heart forward, your gaze is straight forward. You're in Sphinx. Let's release the Sphinx for a moment, give everything a chance to rest. We're going to do something fun with the Sphinx now. Come back to the elbows under the shoulders, forearms on the mat, palms on the mat. Sphinx, tuck your toes and lift into a forearm plank. You can always do it with your knees down, but you're in a plank here. Good, and now release back down. Find your way to downward facing dog. Make sure that block is within reach. If you're going to use it for lizard, you inhale and exhale in your down dog. Left leg up, left foot steps forward, right knee down, and then both hands inside the left foot. Wiggle that left leg out to the left. The left toes are facing diagonally to the left. You can stay up on your fingers here. You can put your forearms on a block, or you can rest your forearms on the mat. Which version is working best for you tonight? Good, and now start to bring yourself up. Wiggle your left foot back in. One hand on either side of your left foot. Your back knee lifts. And you take a giant step forward with the back foot. Half lift. Forward fold. Float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. All right, let's take a few breaths here. We'll get the block out of, if it's in your way in any way. But make sure let's have the strap handy. Okay, we're gonna use that in a minute, but first we're just gonna relax with some brush hands. So take your feet wider than hip width distance with the toes turned out. Okay, so far this has been very vigorous. You've worked very hard, so think about just letting things flow here. Arms up, inhale, brush your hands down the wall as the knees bend, and come up. Take it down, and come up. The next time you come up, whenever that happens for you, just come back to mountain pose. See if you can feel what's going on in your body. Inhale and exhale. All right, so that same Hasta Padangusthasana we did on the floor lying down, Supta, we're now going to do standing, and it turns it into a balance. So grab your strap, be near a wall or a chair if you feel like your balance may require a little extra this evening, or if it just makes you happy to be close to something that you can, hold on to if needed, okay? All right, remember, the legs are doing the work, the strap is not pulling, just the same as it wasn't when we were on the earth. So we've got the feet nice and square. Oh, we're letting the breath settle down. Mind is calm. And we've got a steady spot to gaze at, a drishti. Let's go ahead and put the ball of the right foot in the strap. Stand tall. And slowly start to raise the right foot. The right foot is raising. The strap is just following it up. The strap isn't going like to the right foot. The strap is just following it up. Right foot is raising with the strap attached. Ooh. And bring it down. Okay, I could see one side that's going to give me trouble already. Maybe your side is already cooperative. Okay, here we go. Let's do it on the other side. Ball of the left foot, knee up. Remember, we didn't use the strap to tug the foot. We just raise the foot and let the strap come along for the ride and release. All right, are we ready to take it a little farther here? Ball of the right foot. Now you don't have to go any farther than this. These are just some options that we'll explore. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the right knee up. Put both ends of the strap in your right hand. Take your left arm out to the side. Stay here, or maybe let that right knee open. Come back to center and release. Let's try that on the other side. Okay, we're going to let the left knee come up. If you're already done with this, then feel free to balance doing something else. Okay, so the knee is lifted, both ends of the strap in the right hand, this is your left, right arm out, left knee opens. Bring it center and down. All right, so remember the other thing we did was we took the leg across, right? So we're going to try that now. And remember, feel free to hold on, okay? So it's not like leaning up against the wall and doing this, right? It's just a gentle touch for stabilization. Here we go. Ball of the right foot. Up we go. Now take both ends of the strap in the left hand, take your right arm out to the side, and start to let the knee come just a little bit across. And center and down. And we're going to go on the other side. Ball of the left foot, take it up. Both ends of the strap in the right, left arm out. Ooh, let that knee come just past center, come back to center, and release. All right, let's put the strap down, and we'll try those moves without the strap, okay? And you can stop wherever it is that you want to stop. Okay, so let's go ahead, hands to hips. Here we go. We're taking the right knee up. We're taking the right knee out to the side. And carefully taking the right knee over to the left. Center and down. All right, let's do it on the other side. Left knee out to the side, to the left. Left knee just across center, to the right. Center and down and shake it out. Then come to standing and just breathe. Whew. Give yourself a pat on the back for that challenging sequence that you did there. Inhale and exhale. All right, so we're going to just move into a little bit of Warrior Two. Take the legs super wide here. Turn your right toes to the right, left toes in at an angle. Bend your right knee, so that's right over the ankle. Shoulders come back over hips. Your feet are square, so that right knee is going straight through the center of the right foot. Shoulders over hips, arms out to the side. Inhale and exhale. And we're just going to go reverse warrior, back to warrior. So the left hand comes down, right palm up, and we reverse. Maybe gazing toward those right fingertips, if that's okay. And back to Warrior Two. And just move that through that for a minute here. Find a pace that feels good to you, where you can feel what's happening. And the next time you find yourself back in Warrior Two, just stay there. And then bring your hands to your hips, toes forward. Put your index fingers in your hip creases and come into a wide-legged forward fold, stopping wherever you want to stop. Let your hands come to your legs. Maybe they roll down the legs. And just go as far as you want. High, low, anywhere in between. And breathe. Now bring your hands to your hips. Come halfway up. Come the rest of the way up. Let's give the legs a little break here. Take the legs wide and set up for warrior two on the left. With the arms out. Well, let's bend the knee first, right? Make sure that everything is in position on the left leg. Shoulders over hips, arms out. And reverse to warrior two. Your own time, your own pace. The next time you find yourself in warrior two, just go ahead and stay there. Bring your hands to your hips, toes forward, long spine, forward fold here. Go ahead and bend your knees and bring your hands to the mat, or if that's lower than you want to go, put your hands on your thighs and let your legs move side to side, your hips move side to side as you bend one knee and then the other. Just a nice little release here. And then come on back up to center. Take yourself slowly up to standing and heel toe, bring your legs back together and shake things out. All right, a little oblique work and then we're going to be heading down. So let's have the feet in hip width distance apart, arms overhead, nice long arms, and tilt with two arms long over to the right and come up. Tilt long, two arms to the left, and come up. Tilt over to the right, and open your arms, and bring them back to shoulder width distance. Open, shoulder width. Open, shoulder width. One more open, shoulder width, and stand tall. Take it over to the left. And we open and come back and open and back and two more, open and back and one more and back and take it up. Now let everything just release down and up a few times and take this into whatever type of movement helps you to feel released, relaxed, and ready. Ragdoll it out if you want to. Shake out your legs. Do whatever your body is telling you to do. Okay, and come up carefully. If you're down, come up carefully. And then look around, see if there's anything you want for when we head down to the earth. Okay, anything you're taking with you? Do you want something to cover up or something that smells nice near you? Come to the top of your mat. Find mountain pose and just explore how your body feels. And we'll work our way down. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, straight leg swan dive. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, sink the hips. Now you could go through your vinyasa here if you want, or just step back to downward facing dog. Vinyasa being plank, chaturanga, and then meet down dog. You could also be in table here. We're going to let the hips go side to side. When you get to down dog, if you're doing a vinyasa, just take your time. We'll let the hips go side to side. Knees down. And we'll all meet back in seated mountain pose, so don't rush yourself if you did the vinyasa. Take your time getting to seated mountain pose. The spine is long. We're breathing. We're feeling all the feels. Seeing how our yoga practice tonight, what has it done for you? How do things feel now compared to when you got here? Couple of soft forward folds, and when you're ready. And just let things release for a few breaths. Maybe even a few more. This was a very challenging practice. And then roll your hands up your legs, come to seated. Okay, let's bend the knees and we'll roll down. Resting the spine on the mat, the feet hip-width distance apart, the knees bent comfortably. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going. Both arms and both legs long. Inhale, exhale, right knee in. Now take this right leg to a half happy baby, knee to the armpit. Right foot is flexed. Release, arms long, legs long. Inhale, exhale, left knee in. Half happy baby. Extend, two arms, two legs. Inhale, exhale, two knees in. Happy baby. And when you get to your happy baby, when you're ready, you can rock side to side, give the spine a little massage. It's a nice hip opener, and when you rock side to side, good for the spine as well. All right, let's go ahead and release. Bring the feet down. Take a couple of breaths here. Take your right foot up any amount, point and flex the foot. Circle one direction and the other. Release the right foot, left foot up, point and flex. Circle and circle the other direction. And release gently, let your knees open and close, little butterfly wings. If you like the reclined cobbler's pose, Supta Baddha Konasana, go ahead into that now. Otherwise, just take your feet, keep them hip width or slightly wider, keep your knees bent. Everybody, arms out long from the shoulders. Inhale and exhale and extend those fingers wide, wiggle them into a gentle fist. Extend the fingers long and wide, wiggle them in, gentle fist. Extend long, gentle fist, and rotate the wrists one direction and the other. With your arms still long, let your head go side to side. Just checking in with the neck. And bring the head center. Now bring your arms down by your side and start to check in with your body. See if any movements need to be made. If you're in the reclined cobbler's pose, if you're ready to come out and move around a little. Okay, see what's happening for you. And start to find your way to a comfortable final relaxation position. So take your time, experiment, make sure that you're super comfortable and relaxed. Let your breath smooth out. So as you sense the earth below you, notice that it's very strong. It can support you. Your work is done. We inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, just let your body melt into the support of the earth and be in your final relaxation. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And as you inhale, stretch long. Exhaling, draw your knees in and give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And as you're ready, come back up to a nice easy seat. As you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.